Hello everyone. Good afternoon to all of you. I'm Rosnita from Excel Academy and I am your host for today. Thank you for joining our webinar session for this week. Today we are with Mr. Morgan for Power BI creating interactive dashboards in Excel. If you have any question regarding this topic, do leave your question in the comment section and Mr. Morgan will answer them right after his presentation. Also, for your information, next month we have a public course for Power BI. So if you are interested to join, stay tuned till the end of the session for more details. All right, let's not wait anymore. Now I pass this floor to Mr. Morgan.
Thank you, Rose. Okay, a very good afternoon to everyone who are here. Okay, welcome for our 1 hour exposure session on Power BI and creating a dashboard using Power BI. Yeah. Now, based on my experience and conducting training programs, whether it be for government or for the private, a lot of users or even the companies are not aware about Power BI and its potential. Okay. Some of you might be using a dashboard. The dashboard might be created by you or might be created by your colleague. But to create a dashboard from the Microsoft Excel directly, it can be a bit tricky. Okay, it's not impossible, but it might take you some time to do the dashboard because when we say dashboard, we are required to create a lot of charts, a lot of informations. Then everything should be able to be seen in a single sheet. Okay, so that creates a good a dashboard, but it's like what I said, it's a bit tricky and time consuming. Now what if I tell you you can do the same dashboard, same output, but even better, okay, and easier. You can do your dashboard within a day, maybe within an hour also, or maybe lesser than that. So that's where Power BI comes in. A lot of users, right, when they hear the word power, right, okay, from all the new products from Microsoft, they always get scared because they think the word power means difficult. Now it's actually otherwise. Microsoft keep on evolving to make things easier for the end users like us. So when you hear in future any products with the power in front, just take it is end user friendly, so it's easier to be used. Okay, so have that in your mind. I will explain to you and I show it to you why I say it's very easy. Okay, now before I show you about the Power BI, right? Okay, and how it actually interacts when it comes to dashboard, let me just give you some briefing about Power BI itself. All right, what you do and what are the advantages, all that. Okay. All right. Now, first of all, the Power BI. Keep aside all your thoughts about Excel. Okay, so kita letak di sana ke tepi and we concentrate on Power BI. All right, so try to focus and try to understand the advantages. All right. Okay, first of all, you see when we have data, let's say you download your data from your system. When you download, okay, I assure you that you cannot use your data immediately. You need to do some cleansing, some massaging. Maybe you have blank columns, blank rows, alternate blank rows, alternate blank columns. Okay, you might have weird reports. Okay, it's quite common in any industry for that. So you if you are doing that on a weekly basis, let's say you do a manufacturing, so every Friday that you need to do a report. So your report you have to download and do it. So you have to do a lot of cleaning, you have to remove all the unwanted details, okay, which we call it as clutters. Okay, so we have to remove all that, then only you can proceed with your analysis, whether it be a pivot table or a chart, okay, or some other functions that you want to do, like a VLOOKUP, some if, count if, and so many other functions around in Excel, which is going to be taking you a lot of time. Some of your report might take about 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, or maybe half a day. Now, um, what if I tell you, if you use the Power BI, your whole process of doing that, it's cut. That means you don't do that report anymore. That means removal of all the blanks, all the columns, everything. So you enjoy looking at the final report. And that report, you can actually, the whole process will take you about a minute for you to complete, because you just need to press one refresh button and your report is done. Okay, so that is the power of Power BI. So what will happen when you use a Power BI is there's a technique in Power BI where we can actually clear the clutters, basically clear the unwanted informations in the raw data, your source data. Okay, now it is, and remember this, you are going to do this once in your lifetime only. That means you're going to tell Power BI, okay, this is my source, this is how my source data looks like, and I need to transform it into a better data so that I can proceed with my dashboard or analysis. And after that, it will capture everything, and the next time when you're going to download the same report, it will know what to do. You don't need to teach it anymore. Okay, it's quite smart. Okay, so that's what it says, focus on what matters by clearing the clutters. All right, now second, you also have a solution. Now a lot of time when I do my training for Power BI, there will always be a question from some people: can I connect my Power BI directly to my server, okay, or your database lah? The answer is yes, which is even better. Now, let's say if you connect your data source directly to your server or your database, right? It's even better because you don't need to download. Imagine this, okay. Let's say if you are not familiar with database structure, let me just give you a briefing what is a database here. Let's say we have a sales a sales system. So whenever there's an order, you update in your system, right? uh, Let it be for any department. You might have your receptionist department, you might have a clerk department, you might have an admin department. Everybody is doing the keying in. Okay, let payment received, payment made, okay, ARAP, anything, okay, inventory, warehouse, and you have a consolidated system. That's even better because why? When I connect my Power BI into that, the minute that your users keys in the record, your Power BI captures it. So when that happens, you don't need to download your report, and the best part is you will have a real time data. Okay, isn't it fantastic? So we break one barrier. Okay, we break one of the process, which is to download the report, then only we process. Okay, so now you will have a choice. I mean, you'll have a solution where the data is taken directly from the database. Then after that, the process is done by Power BI as well, and you get the report. And the best part of Power BI is you can also make it as a cloud report. Okay, nowadays when we say the word cloud, meaning any platform, let it be iOS, let it be Android, your phone, let it be a tab, let it be a laptop, anything, as long as your internet, you can see your report. Imagine that you have a group of people and you are the HOD, and your group of, once they have done all the report, you will be able to see. Let's say you are in the flight, your flight got a Wi-Fi, no problem. You can just need to click a button. You can just open up with your phone and just see what is your progress. Imagine that we are doing a boutique. Okay, let's say we sell apparels lah, okay, clothings. If I want to know how many clothes has been sold, okay, my inventory, okay, how much is the inventory went out for this particular shirt? Let me see what is the stock balance. Great, I can just see it in my phone. My Power BI just shows me. Okay, and you can view your report from any angles, Okay, don't think like, like Excel, right? If let's say I want to know account, let's inventory balance, inventory went out. Okay, then also what is the minimum order quantities, that what are the inventory that is already achieving minimum order quantities. If you're using the normal Excel, you must have multiple reports, then only you can see it. But what if I tell you is you're going to get the report from one stop center. That means from there, you are allowed to see your report from any angle, 360 degrees. Okay, if you want to see your stock balance, you want to see whatever you want to see, you can see it. Your boss can see it. Okay, so you just prepare for the rest. That's fantastic, yeah. Okay, then third, okay, this is the best part here, is actually to visualize data performance with high visuals. In Power BI, in Excel we call it as charts. Okay, dalam Excel kita selalu panggil charta kan, charts. Okay, we have pie charts and all that. So we call it as a chart. But in Power BI they call it as visual. Okay, dia punya term dia tukar sikit, so they can distinguish between Excel and Power BI. So they call it as visuals, and their visuals or the charts is superb. okay, and they are very high in quality, and they interact. Their visuals interact. I will explain to you later. I will show it to you actually later. What's the meaning of interaction when it comes to visuals in Power BI? Okay, you're going to be amazed. Okay, if you have not tested out before, you're going to be amazed that Power BI can do this. And lastly, imagine that you have all this, okay, your account balance or your inventory balance, out the inventory is going to come in. How is your this revenue for the day? What is the sales for the day? If let's say you are doing, if you want to know how many number of cases came in, let's say you're okay, you're a support, okay, you have a support business. You want to know how many complaints came in today and how many has been resolved. Is it achieved your KPI? Okay, that's it. Your boss. You don't need to report to your boss anymore. Your boss will just need to know. Okay. Your HOD just need to know, or you may be the HOD. You just need to know. Just open up your phone. Just click. See whether there was all the KPIs has been finished or not. Fantastic. You can be on the run. No problem. Okay. You can be eating. No problem. You can be driving. Of course, don't use your phone on your driving time lah. Okay. You can be flying. Okay. You can be anywhere. You can see your report. No problem. Yeah. You don't expect your users to send email anymore. You can see it anytime as you want it. Now, okay. Now imagine this is our data. Okay, this is common, right? This is our data. We can use a Power BI and transform your data. This is a dashboard that can take you about 10 minutes to 15 minutes to do. Seriously. Okay, this kind of the dashboard that we always do it in Excel. If you're doing it in Excel, I think it's gonna take you about an hour or two. All right. But if you do it in Power BI, you can achieve it within, if you are very fast, 5 minutes, maybe a bit slow, 10 minutes, maximum 15 minutes. And it's very easy, guys. Okay. It's extremely easy. Okay. So, like what I said, put aside your Excel and just think about Power BI. It's extremely easy. You can achieve this very nicely. All right. Look at this. Okay. This is the column chart that comes with a target line. To do it target line in Excel, you need some experience how Excel works, the charting lah. But here, so very easy how to do this target line. Very easy. Then second, your pie chart. Okay, this is a donut chart. Okay, and your line chart, and this is a card. Okay, we call it as a card where it shows you what is the total, what is the number, what is the count, and it is not like I design it like Excel. There is a features where it will help you to get the total or the average or the highest value, lowest value, or any formula that you want to put can. It will give you, it will come as a box. No problem. And this one is like a filter. Slicer. In Excel, there's a slicer, right? In Power BI also we have a slicer. And very easy, they just click, the slicer is in. Okay, you can also see your data in this manner if you want to. Anyway, there is many ways you can actually expose and show your data, right? I'm just showing you a simple one for you to understand about Power BI. All right, this can be achieved very fast. Now, a bit of description of Power BI. Yeah, the end solution of Power BI is cloud based. You have an option. You can make it as a cloud based or local based. Okay, that means locally on your PC or laptop, or you can share it around with your colleagues with your PC and laptop also. Can, no problem. It works same like Excel. Imagine you have an Excel file, then you want to submit it to your colleague. What do? You will email the file, right? The same thing you can do your Power BI. You can create your visuals with your Power BI. After that, you want to share it with your colleague. If you don't want to do it as cloud based, you can email it to them the file. Okay, it will be saved as a file, so you just email it to them, then they can open it and see. Okay, but make sure you have Power BI installed in your laptop lah. Okay, now it is very easy and very fast to access. Now Power BI, right? It is actually supports big data. So when you say big data, we are talking about millions of records. If you suddenly want to do a comparison, okay, a statistical comparison for the past 5 years, now that data is going to be very huge. Okay, it might be hitting even 4, 5 million, or even 10 millions of records. Now, what if I tell you you can achieve that with your Power BI? Boleh. Excel cannot do this, yeah, because Excel always take data from a single source. But Power BI can take from multiple source, even multiple records also. Okay, when I say multiple source, right? Sometimes you have millions of records. You might want to save it as TXT file. Okay, Can, no problem. You have partial of it txt file, you have partial of it csv file, you have partial of it with excel file, pdf, you name it lah, you name it whatever format you want. No problem, the filler will know how to combine all this data from different formats, and after that consolidate, okay, combine all that into a single one. And it all happens with a click of a button without any technical interference. Okay, no formulas, nothing. Now, second, like what I said earlier, when you have your data all into one, you can see it in the 360 degrees, guaranteed. You decide how do you want to see it. Very easily can be seen, no problem. Like what I said, you can clean, you can create, you can bring in a lot of what is it, slices. Okay, then you just need to click. You can even click on the chart itself, the visual. Okay, later I'll show you. If you're not seen it before, you can straight away click on the chart itself, and the whole details will change. Okay, that one is really magic now. Okay, now data discovery and exploration, of course, it's like you have your data, all that. Of course, you can see how your data is performing lah. Okay, then after that you have your option to your statistical details. How do you forecast for the next year or the next quarter? Okay, so you can plan things. Then you can get insights from any device, like what I mentioned, iOS, Android, Windows, doesn't matter. Every platform, any devices can be seen your report. Then you can collaborate across your organization, meaning if you have data from multiple sources, if let's say sometimes we do have some inquiries from companies that they want to know, they want to do Power BI, that means your consolidation from their group of companies. Okay, let's say they are the HQ, then they have group of companies, okay, all the sister companies, okay, all the brother companies and all that. Okay, they want to have the data and see how the group is performing. You can do that, you can collaborate. That's a way how you can do it. So you can see as a whole, as the holding company or as the subsidiary company. Can, you can just click, remember this is 360 view of your business. You can see it in any angle. You can bring in all your data from the whole company, all your subsidiaries. You want to see it as a holding company, or do you want to see it as the subsidiary company itself? Can. Okay, Chanti. This is perfect. Then, of course, anyone can analyze the data. Now, what is the meaning of anyone can visualize or analyze this data? It means when we give a permission to somebody uh, to uh, to visualize or analyze this data, your data can be pushed into a cloud, right? Okay, when you push into the cloud and you give the person the permission, the person can analyze the data. Meaning, the fella can, the person who wants to change a bit the data, maybe the report you want to put in some more visuals or some more charts, or you want to see the charts in a different angle, can, no problem. Okay, once you give them the permission, they can do that. All right. Everything is done even from the phone itself or even from the tab itself. They can do the changes, no problem. Okay, now a bit on the formats that it supports. I tell you, it supports mostly all the formats. Every time anybody asks me the formats, I will always say yes, because the option is there. And to be even best, now just recently, you know what, they even enable directly from Google Sheets. So any company here today, you are here, if you are managing your data with Google Sheets, then you have a good news, because you can directly connect with your Google Sheet. Those days still can, but there's a tweak that we need to do. But nowadays we have an option to directly take your data from the Google Sheets. Very nice. Okay, so if you have Salesforce or GitHub or even Google Analytics, okay, you can get your data directly from there. Basically, what it means here is, if you want to take data from the web, no problem. If anyone here who needs to take the, let's say, exchange rate from Bank Negara every day, doesn't matter which currency, can be US, it can be Brunei, it can be Singapore, okay, Singapore currency, any currency lah, okay, you can make it automated. That means every day Power BI will go and check at this website and see if there's going to be any changes in the exchange rate, it will be updated into your system. All right, so your calculation will be up to date. Now, second, on-premises data. Of course, this is the common server in our company. Okay, this one is a different organization content packs. This one is a different league in Power BI. We leave it first. Okay, so this is Azure services. So if your company is using online, let's say cloud-based server, no problem, can support. Basically, it support all the Microsoft products lah. So Azure is actually a Microsoft product, so it supports. So if you have any server on your Azure, no problem, can be done. Then of course it supports any Excel files. It doesn't matter CSV, TXT, Excel itself, anything binary, boleh, anything it supports. And of course it supports another Power BI desktop files also lah. Okay, meaning just now remember I said if you want to email your report, the Power BI report to another colleague, it will be saved as a file. You can email the file to the person lah. Okay, so many things the fellow support. Okay, about the capabilities, all right, this is fantastic. Combine multiple sheets. What's the meaning of this is, let's say you have one file, January up to December sheet. You have 12 sheets lah. If you want to combine it in a single click, very fast. Power BI can do it. And trust me, it can combine your sheets within, I think, 10 seconds, 15 seconds. All your data from 12 sheets is combined into a single source. Well, I'll give you another scenario. Combine data from multiple Excel file also can. Let's say we have 50 Excel file. You need to combine all your data into one. We go crazy if you do this manually, right? What if I tell you you can achieve this within a click of a button, and might take you about 1 minute just to do that? Okay, 50 files. I'm talking about 50 files, and you don't need to open all the 50 files. No need. You don't need to open even one file also, but it can combine for you. Okay, that's the magic for it. Okay, now number three, combine data with multiple sheets from multiple files. Can also. Let's say that's now I give you the scenario 50 files. If I tell you there's 12 sheets on all the 50 files, and you need to combine it all together, you go even crazier, right? But you can do that in Power BI even without opening the files. The fellow will do for you. You just need to relax and enjoy your coffee. Okay, it is done. Maybe you go for your cigarettes and you come back, it's done as well. Okay, so you can do that as well. Number four, combine data from multiple file formats. Wow, ini great. Let's say you need a report. Okay, every day you're a boutique lah. Okay, let's say I'm working in the petrol station lah. I'm from HQ. Then every day everybody, all the companies have, all the branches have to submit the report of the usage and the stock balance. And one person sends me TXT file, one more branch send me with that Excel file, one more send me with PDF file, another one send me with a binary file. Okay, and okay, so many file formats around, right? I'm going to have a headache, because why? I need to make sure everything is converted into Excel. If I just say I'm doing it from Excel, I need to convert it into an Excel first. Then only then I can proceed with my analysis. Time consuming. But if you are using Power BI, you don't need to change your format at all. You see, when you come for this class, okay, I will assure you that I will encourage you not to touch any of your SOPs that is already taking place. Okay, that meaning you're not going to send an email to your another branch and just say, okay, look, after this you all have, like it or not, you all have to send me using Excel file. No need. Maybe years of practice they have been sending you with a TXT file. Let it be, no problem. Don't catch out anybody, don't catch out any process. You can do it directly in Power BI. So nobody is going to be shaken, nobody is going to be set back with the new policies that you're going to bring. Let it be. You can do it yourself. Less headache for everybody, less headache for you as well. All right, because you can be the captain of the ship. You do whatever you want in your Power BI. All right, now you can also merge data from multiple files. Now when we see the merge, okay, the word merge here, let's take it like VLOOKUP. Okay, VLOOKUP, right? Now if I ask you, can you do a VLOOKUP with multiple files? It's going to be almost tough. Okay, it's going to be tough unless we really know our VLOOKUP lah. Then you can do it. But if I tell you, you can do it very easily in Power BI. You have 20 files that you want to do your VLOOKUP. Tarahal, you can just do it in Power BI. Problem solved within few minutes. All right, you can merge it. Merge means just take it as a VLOOKUP. Can, no problem. Even you can do a VLOOKUP. Can you do a VLOOKUP with multiple file formats in Excel? No way. If you have Excel, you have CSV, you have TXT file, you have to convert it back into Excel format. Then only you can do the VLOOKUP, right? But here in Power BI, Tarahal, you can just maintain the file format. Your VLOOKUP is done. Your merging is done. Fantastic. Okay, then you can clean report structure for data analysis, meaning When you download your reports, right, from your system, like what I just mentioned to you all earlier, it's almost 99.9% of the reports might not be suitable for analysis on directly. You still need some interference. You need to remove the headers or maybe the titles. Maybe there's some blank rows. Maybe there's some subtotals that comes in between. So all that is kachao, the subtotals. Sometimes you have, let's say you're talking about the accounts. Recently, somebody showed me the accounts one. After every details, there is a subtotal. Every detail there's a subtotal. So if you want to go and do an analysis, you know what? You have to remove the subtotals first. Imagine if you have hundreds of lines or even thousands of lines, and everything in between got subtotal, subtotal, subtotal. It's not going to be easy. Okay, it's not going to be easy. But I tell you that you can do it. You can remove the subtotals very easily in Power BI. Ada trick there, ada dia punya technique there. Okay, you can do it, and you get a very nice source. Then you can just proceed with your analysis. Okay, and of course, in Power BI you can do superb calculations. Okay, so basically when I'm showing you all this, right, it covers all our requirement. Any companies, you name it, I will tell you, you can do it. Okay, you can also do a calculation, meaning from the source up to the end, whatever you have been doing can be achieved with Power BI, even the calculations part. Okay, all right, so Power BI, right? Okay, let me explain to you a bit on the licensing. They have free version, they have the pro version, but based on my experience with some companies, most of them are using a free license, and that's not a problem at all. Okay, the difference between pro and free, pro is more like if you want to share your file with few users in the cloud. Okay, maybe you have a pool of team, you have about 10 people or 5 people in the team, so you want the whole report to be published in the cloud, and everybody must you want to give them permission to edit, okay, or change the Power BI structure. Then 5 of you must have a license. The license is $10 per user per month. Okay, it's 9.99 now. It's about $10, but there's a lot of advantages. All right, I will show it to you the advantages during the class lah. Okay, for now I don't want to make you all bored on talking about that, but trust me, the free is quite good enough. If you want to compare the free and the pro, when you sign up for your Power BI, you are given a choice to uh, to try the pro for 60 days, 2 bulan. So if you're already confident, so my advice is, if you want to try, come for the class first, learn first all the tricks in Power BI, and you use first your Power BI, the free one. After you are confident enough, then you try the 60 days trial, maybe with your pool of team. So all of you will have a trial for 2 months, which is very good. 2 months is very good already. Test the power. If you think it is suitable, then probably you can purchase it. If it's not, then just stay with your free version. No problem. All right. Okay. But of course, you need to sign up lah. If you want to purchase it, you sign up. But sometimes I do notice there are companies that nowadays the Power BI comes with the bundle. Okay, the license. So you check with your IT whether you got your Power BI license or not. Maybe your company already have. Okay, so why not you use it? That you got to ask with the IT lah. Okay, so these are some examples, how the mobiles, if you're using a phone, if you want to see your data like this, maybe a straightforward data. I just want to know what is my sales up to date, what is my profit up to date, what is the product that I have up to date. Sometimes certain people just want to know the dollar and sign. No problem, you can just have a dollar and sign without any other details. Boleh je, tak ada hal. Or you want to see like this, can also. Or you want to see like this, what is the item, what is the what is the product, what is the color, what is that. Okay, all that, so many choices you have, you decide. So during the class, we will be focusing more on the Power BI desktop. Okay, and Power BI mobile, I will give you an idea how to download. Power BI mobile is free as well. So if you're using even iOS or Android, you can just go to your store and just browse for Power BI. You will have your app there, that you just need to install it. All right, it's free. So you want to see your end product in your phone also, you can try. So during the class, if you want to test it out, you can test it out. Okay, let me give you uh, an example how the Power BI looks like. Okay, I have one demo here. I have two actually. The one that I've done earlier. This is a financial Power BI. I've already done one earlier, and this is how the interface of Power BI will look like, guys. Okay. Now, in Power BI, you will have three layers or three segments: filters, visualizations, and data. Data is where your data source is. Okay. Visuals is where all the charts are here. Okay, you can see these are the type. It's quite similar to the one in Excel, but of course they have few extra. Okay, they have few extra type of charts here, and filters. Okay, filters for your chart. Now, the way that we do the technique that we do for the charts, okay, it's totally different in Excel from Excel. Sorry, totally different. Excel is very easy, right? If you want to do any editing, you can just go to the chart. Lepas tu kita just right click, then you have your options for for you to remove certain things or add in certain things. Just click, click, click. But in Power BI, it is not like that. You must know where to go and do the editing. This is where the challenge will come in. But trust me, you when you attend for the class, I'll show you a simple methodology how you can find the editing options. Okay, you just maintain the methodology, you'll never go wrong, and it's very straightforward. You come for it, I will show you how to do the editing part, and you will be well versed with all the other visuals how to do the editing. All right, now this this data. Okay, so I've given this is my transaction for my countries. Okay, I have few countries here, and my data is for 2013 and 14, and these are all my products. Okay, these are all my products. So you can view how you want to view is up to you. Let's say if I want to view for France, I just need to click for France. All my charts are changing. You can see there. Okay, all my charts will change. Now do remember, if I'm doing this in Excel, I need to make sure that my formulas relate to all the charts, correct? Okay, there's a technique for that, right? But if you have attended my dashboard, you all know my dashboard class in Excel. You all should know how do we relate the data to all these kind of charts. Now in Power BI, you don't need to do that because they will know how to interrelate the data sources. They will talk to each other, you don't need to do that. Okay, so you don't need to do all that. So your job is just to bring in the visuals and tell it how do you want to see it. If you want to see it by year, you just click on it, and it will show you the data by year you want to see it. Or you want to see it by product, how's your based on your product. No problem, you just need to click on it. And also remember, you can do all this with your mobile, or your tab, whatever. And let's say for France, so this is my revenue, this is my COGS, and this is my gross sale. So easy. Okay, there's no formula. Trust me, I didn't do any formula here. I just did some visualizations here. I just bring in some visuals, and the calculation, everything was done automatically. All right. Now, one beauty of the charts in Power BI, they interact to one another. Now let's see. If I select for June, okay, let's say October was the highest lah. This is the funnel chart. The funnel chart, it's now showing me October was the highest. So let me just click on it, and I want to see for 2014. So this is how was it. Okay, this is how the revenue against the sales, okay, showing me. Then revenue against the sales is showing me how was it. The whole chart is being changed. If I click here for the month of June, then it's giving me all the June details, including the revenue, the COGS, okay, the gross sales, everything it changes. So your selection is not only limited here in the filters or the check boxes. It also can click directly to the chart, any part of the chart, and it will give you the answer how the data is talking. This is what they say by 360 degrees. Anywhere you touch, it can change. All right. So this is one of the advantage we have, and whoever is attending for this course, um, you will have another advantage on this, which is um, Power BI. Okay, it works with Power Query. Okay, because your data source is being taken care by Power Query. All right. So if you know a bit of Power Query, you will learn a bit on Power Query here as well. Okay. So I will show you how both of them talk to each other, Power Query and Power BI. The output is done in Power BI. The data massaging is done in Power Query. All right. So you will enjoy the class because Power Query can be used in Excel itself. Okay. Then I will show you about 30 to 40% the power of Power Query during the Power BI class, because we also have a Power Query class as a standalone, because in Microsoft Excel also has Power Query. Okay, so in Power Query, though, you can use the Power Query knowledge in Excel as well. All right. So if you think the Power Query is very helpful in your data management using Excel, then you come for the Power Query class as well. Okay, so nowadays the companies, right, they are already moving and shifting to Power Query and Power BI already. The reason is, one is free, both of it. Okay, second, um, any companies, right, won't want their employees to spend hours or days just to prepare a report, because they prefer them to have it uh, in their revenue generation, generate, okay, to generate more revenue, rather than taking time for them to prepare a report. Okay, so they want them to be more efficient. Okay, so even the employees also prefer that as well, because they want to spend more time on the company's operation side, rather than just sitting down and doing the report. Now, what if I tell you, you can already stop doing that, and you can focus on your work more? Okay, like you say, you're a salesperson, you would like to see more clients, right? You want to spend more time on the client, okay, on the field, rather than sitting down on the desk and working on the report, which is actually time consuming. All right, even the companies also will like that. Okay, but the more you go outside, the more chances of us to close sales, right? So this is, the technology is already there. A lot of companies are adapting to this, and it's working. Okay, if you have taken 7 hours, 8 hours, or even a day for you to do a report, stop it. Go for it. You can finish the report within few seconds. You know what you need to do? You just need to click this refresh button, and the magic happens, and your report is done. And how long is it going to take for you to click the refresh button? Okay, it's going to take you about what, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. Just click refresh, and that's it. Your report is done. Okay. Now let me give you another example. This is actually an end product. Now let me show you a magic here. Okay, now I'm using it. I'm using a different data source here. Okay, here I'm going to show you a classic example how some of our report will look like. Okay, this is a very bad report. As you can see it, there's a lot of gaps around. You see, there's a lot of blanks at the bottom. Thorough. Okay, thorough. If I going to import this to my Excel, it's gonna be a bit disaster lah, because you know why? There's a lot of, gonna be a lot of gaps I need to remove. Okay, and the data is quite huge. Okay, quite huge, and got a lot of pages here. Okay, now this is not gonna be easy if I do it in Excel. And let's assume that every month you need to do this. So just in order for you to complete this, it's gonna take you hours, or even 4 to 5 hours minimum. Okay, now I have already done with my Power BI. Okay, the thing is already done. All right. So that data I showed you, right? Okay, that data I showed you, I've already did with my Power BI. Then let me show you the end result. That data I have converted into this. Okay, a simple one. I don't want to make it to this one. So I've already created a simple dashboard. Now, so all the informations are here. Okay, actually, it's taken from there. You saw the data, right? So I've already massaged it one time. Then after this, this is the data set. This is the dashboard that I'm looking at. Now, what happens for the following month report or following quarters report? Okay, let's visualize this. I have already downloaded the report. Okay, from the system. Then this is the report for the April to June. Okay, this is for the second quarter. Okay, so what I want to do here is, I've already created Power BI with this folder, the folder called source. Okay, so I'm going to take this file and I'm going to drop it here. Okay, so in this folder now we have two. You see, I never opened the file, so I'm going to go back to my Power BI here. And remember, I said the magic button is the refresh. Refresh, job done. I've already got my second quarter's report as well. Everything here also has done updating. So here, if I go and select my second quarter, and this is my report for the quarter two, this is the report for quarter one. If I want to see as a whole, I can see it as a whole. How do I want to see it? It's all up to me. You saw the how long it took. It took few seconds, right, for it to massage back and just give us the answer. That's Power BI. Okay, so your dashboard process is going to be fantastic. It's going to be very easy. Okay, so during the class, we will learn all this. Okay, of course, we will learn all this. Okay, how to dig the data. This part is actually coming from Power Query. Yeah, this one is actually coming from Power Query. I will show it to you how to bring in the data into Power Query. Okay, then after that, how to bring in the visuals or the charts basically, and the editing. Okay, that's the challenging part, the editing, because like what I said, you have to don't think about Excel charting, because the way they do the charting in Power BI is totally different. But it's not hard, huh? It's not hard. So we're going to practice on that. Okay, by end of the day, you will be expert already on that in the visuals part. Okay, like what I said, you just follow the method I'm showing you. You maintain that. Okay, even for the data massaging. Okay, you maintain that. You might see somebody else doing it a different way. Don't follow. If you're attending the class, you just follow my methodology, and it's quite a simple methodology which I seen from my previous classes, that they can actually learn and maintain it. And until now, till date, I don't find any issues, any problems with the users that have attended for our sessions. Okay, so if you want to learn it and you think this tool is going to be very good, or maybe you think that when you try your Power BI, you got a bit confused, come over for the class. Okay, I'll show you a good method how you can actually achieve this very easily. All right. Okay, that is all for from me for today. Okay, so I hope I've given you all a good insight how Power BI actually works. All right, it can be very useful. Like what I said, don't worry about the license. You can also still use the free license, because there's a lot of features there. Okay, there's a lot of features there. Only if you think that if you want to share it with your what is it with your colleagues. Okay, maybe you have five, okay, or three or five, then you do like what I explained to you earlier. Okay, maybe that can be a cost effective for you. All right. Okay, you have any questions, you can put it in the chat box also if you want to.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Morgan, for the great and informative sharing. Also, thank you
My
everyone
pleasure.
for joining our webinar session for today. If you have any question, you can drop them now. So let's wait a bit for the questions. Alright. Okay, so far I think that we do not have any questions for today. Yeah? Um, so if again, if you are interested, we have our upcoming Power BI, yeah, as shown on the screen. As shown on the screen right now, these are our upcoming public courses. So if you are interested in any of these courses, please contact us for more details or to register. Okay, with that, we see you again next time. Thank you once again, Mr. Morgan.
Thank you, Rose. No
Yeah,
problem.
and goodbye, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Bye.